Hey, good morning, everybody. How we doing today? It's Thursday, yay! Steve, thank you very much. Um, I had my headset on to this morning, the full time, and I was listening to Steve there a little bit. And I got to tell you, I this is the best place to be. We've got we've got four people that speak here and share. Um, and all four are a little bit different. You get to see little different trading. It's not cookie cutter. Steve is showing charts using stochastics, his RSI stochastics, and different way to look at things. And I think that is so positive um, that you're able to see different ideas and because no one idea is perfect for everybody. So I just want to thank you so much, Steve. I absolutely fantastic this morning. You know, when the market opens, we're going to climb up to what 110, 120. You know, if you're not here watching Steve in the morning, you're missing out. So I guess I'm only talking to people that's here, really. The people that weren't here, I'm not here. They're not hearing me, but I got to tell you, get your tail out of bed, get your cup of coffee, smoke your cig, do what you got to do, and get here so you get the full market impact. And it all starts with Steve at about 8:45 before the market opens. So it's just truly, truly fantastic. Okay, let's get started here. The SPY, the market, the bulls killing it. The bulls are killing it, man. It's absolutely bullish. Are we, opening up a little bit lower this morning? Yeah, we are. But that doesn't change the fact the bulls are killing it. It just does not change that at all. A little bit of a pullback would actually be extremely helpful, healthy, positive, um, just terrific for our charts and for our trading. As long as we hang above that 248.05, I'm very bullish above that area between 248.05 and 246.20. On the cautious side of things, and below 246.20, I'll get on the bearish side of things. But you can see we've got a long way to go before we get down there. And right now, this is a real bullish chart pattern. We've got a very nice. There's a cup. Let's change the color. This could be the cup with the handle. I think the handle is yet to come, though. I think we see a good handle on this, and then that launches us up higher, is what I see on this. Until I see something different. And that's how we trade. Follow those charts. Alrighty, today's featured trade idea. And I've already entered CRC. Everybody here in the room that heard me the other day, I asked, I gave everybody a chance. What would you do with this? And while everyone was talking, I was over there buying it. And we're all different. My way's not right. Your way's not right. Steve's way's not right. We're all different. We have to trade for ourselves. Some folks said, hey, a breakout above yada yada up here. Some folks said a pullback yada yada down there. Some folks said a buy above this area yada yada. Everyone is different, but as long as you're making money, that's what works. So no one person is right for another person, is what I'm trying to say. Trade your trade, plan your trade. That's the key. Plan your trade, and when you plan that trade, and if it doesn't work out, that's why we have a protective stop below us if it doesn't work out. If you find that too many of your trades aren't working out, then you have to get under the hood and you have to tinker a little bit and find out why. But you've got to start with your trading plan, your own trading plan. So CRC's the featured trade idea. I'm already in it. I'm already green. I'm very happy. We have a rounded bottom breakout strategy that I'll be using because this is a rounded breakout pattern. We also have a pullback that gave us a bullish morning star and then follow through that gave us a doji continuation pattern. I've got some targets of here about 880, 950, and 1060. This is one of those times that I put 3 targets on. I don't usually do this. It doesn't mean anything one way or another. It's 3 targets. So now I'm already in it, and I very well may buy again another position. And if I do, this is exactly what I will do here. An entry as close to that 805 area as possible. 1,800 shares. I'll sell 600 shares at 880 for a 9% gain. Another 600 shares at 1770 for, at 950 for a 17% gain, and 600 shares at 1060 for a 31% gain. If everything works out to plan, I should have about 19.3% profit or $2,800 in my pocket. And that's my plan. Now, if your plan was to heck with all these numbers right here, I'm going for the big kahuna over here. I'm going to put all my marbles in, and I want that 31%. That's okay with me. More power to you. These numbers here will just crank up big time. They certainly will. If that's your plan, no worries. My stops at 960 or 780. So for about 3.3% or so risk is what I'm looking at this trade right here. So that's today's featured trade idea. Thanks for listening, everyone. Appreciate it. Let's take a look at the other 14 trade ideas that I have today, and we'll start with Ego. Now, I don't think Ego is a buy up here. I'm more of a, let's try to get it a little better price. So any kind of move into this box, I would be a buyer. Just a little cheaper than the close. That's all. I'm not asking for much, and we just might get it. It dips down, boom, hook it. It's like a fish. So what we've got here is a gap down doji, bullish engulf, island reversal, gap up. We're over tons and tons of resistance right here. So now we've got support with lots of upside potential. A few things we might want to look at is about this area here. I'm always going to put a line right there, and then that works out right here, and the 200. That'd be a nice little trade. What are we talking about? 28% to the top of everything. ITEK, inside day. Watch that inside day buy. We're talking about the bulls took hold of this and ran like crazy. There's a bullish engulf for you. I mean, if you want to know what a bullish engulf looks like, there it is right there. Look at the volume on that bad boy. Great consolidation. We're up over resistance now. Just put a line right there that high. We're up over resistance. That makes this area an excellent place to buy. Targets, real simple. I'm always going to work here. I see that, let's come up here, put one in there. Let's put one over here. Trading's not tough. OAS, another rounded bottom breakout strategy. We have a low, a high, higher low, morning star signal, follow through. Do you see all the resistance we're over? See that resistance? Well, maybe we're right at that resistance. I'm okay with that. Inside day, maybe buy a little bit on a breakout above. Let's look at our targets. I'm going to start right here. That pretty much works out. Maybe we'll add one more for good measure right there. We'll just see what happens. These are just places where you might want to just simply places where you might want to watch that price action. There's nothing magic about these lines. Nothing magic about coming to this top or this top or this top. This is where you want to watch price action. And if you get that sell signal or you get that candle you're just not comfortable with, back out of it. Take your money. Take your money. You can see here with an entry of up into this area here, this top line is 38%. The bottom line is 12%. Certainly we can make some money with that. Yesterday's featured trade idea. I bought and I sold half one day. So I still have half of position. Bought half, sold half as it approached that top line up there. So first target, ding, got it. Caught a fish. So we're eating good. So now I'm just going to let this thing do what it does. They rally up, they consolidate, they rally up. Let it meander on up here to that 1060 area. It's still a buy, by the way. Rad. I'm kind of liking Rad. Rad's looking kind of rad, man. Here's your rally. Here's your consolidation. Did it? Actually, it did. Nice little bullish engulf sitting here on the 50. A higher low yesterday. Good volume. Man, that seems like a very reasonable trade. Anywhere in that area there, breakout inside this box, in this little area, is what I would look for an entry. BTE. Look at that J hook. I don't know why those lines are up there. Had them up there for something else. So let's take a look at the BTG. Let's see here. What do I want here? I want an arrow. That's what I want. And let's make it blue. So we've got a nice rally here, and then here's our J hook continuation pattern. Continuation patterns is the backbone to a bullish chart. I mean, I'm serious. This is the backbone to a bullish chart. Go look at any chart where price is up here at the top right hand corner and it started down here at the bottom left hand corner and it runs up. You will find this type of chart pattern, the continuation patterns. That's the backbone to that trend right there. Once you master that backbone, you control it. So, bullish J hook continuation pattern. All we need to do is watch price action as we approach this area here, which we're at the dotted deuce. I'll bet my last dollar I ever own that you're going to see consolidation. Slightly below, right at, or slightly above that dotted line. I'll bet my very last dollar, and I will win 100. I would be wealthy beyond imagination if everyone would just take that bet with me. It would be insane how much money I'd have. So we've got a continuation pattern with the knowledge of consolidation here. Maybe that's where you take profits off. Maybe that's where you just let it consolidate, take half, and then swing it to the next line up there. So swing, swing. What's the next one we have here? XLearn. Somebody pointed this out either yesterday or the other day. I think it was the other day, day before yesterday. And man, that is a beautiful chart. And this is a classic chart in terms of candlesticks where people get sideways. You go out and you buy your one candlestick ebook from whomever you want to. You read that book, and I mean, you read it from cover to cover 42 times. The pages look so dog-eared. You've written in it. Hey, I know the story. But your takeaway is, oh, that's bearish. That is not bearish until it breaks support. But that's not what was read in the book. So, you run scared, you hide. Man, all that's doing is building a very nice chart pattern. Now, if you would have had follow through to the downside yesterday, I would not have the same comments that I have right now. But yesterday, the bulls came back in, jacked that thing up, looking great. That's a great bullish looking chart. What else do I have? I think I've got 6, 7 more. Here's another rounded bottom breakout strategy. We've been in a downtrend. We've rallied up, failed that 50, pulled back. I know we're not above the 50 here, but we are so close. I'm still going to treat it as the rounded bottom breakout strategy. On this one here, I would be simply trading on positive trading, and probably above yesterday's high. That's what I would use. So above I'll call it a $1.30. Look at the room you've got here to the 200, 38%. Come on, you got to know you can make some money in this area. That would be some first targets right there. And that first target, what is that? There's 12% for the first target. I've never met a trader in my life that would, if they could have 12% trades, they would just be tickle pink. Yesterday, somebody pointed out GIII, beautiful chart, excellent chart. Thank you. I think Steve was involved with that. Somebody else may have pointed this out. I just want to say thank you. What a great chart. Wrote that down, piece of paper, looked at it again when I started picking charts. I said, yeah, man, that's got to be on there. Look at that gap up. That means a lot, even way back here. That chart is still trending up. Trending up with swings. Trending up with swing. Crazy swings, for sure. We've rallied up over that 200-day simple moving average. We've pulled back to the T-line. You've got a type of morning star signal here. Bullish, 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 bullish. I, look at I, up. Nice little, there it is. One of those J-hook continuation patterns. This is the backbone to a bullish trending chart. ALXN, another continuation pattern. Look at that trend. There's that J-hook right there building up. So how do you trade these? Well, first of all, forget about price. If somebody says, well, I can't afford 146, just stop right there. Don't look at the price. We're looking at the chart. It's an example. So rather than looking at this, well, where do I enter it? Start with this question first. Where's my target? Start with targets first. How much can I make on this? So let's go. I don't know why I have that line up there. Let me go double check. Oh, I see why. I'm going to a longer term chart. I went to a 3-day chart. There's a high right there, and let's change that color so it's not red. I don't like red up there. Okay, not sure I like that blue, but we'll stay with that. So that's kind of what I'm seeing for two possible swings. There may be a little, yeah, there is. I'm gonna put that about right there. That's good. So now let's go back to that daily. What can this chart do for us? Let's look at that first before we worry about all the details. So just start where we're closing and then go up there to the first one. There's 10%, there's 20%, and there's 30%. The answer is, I think this chart can make us a lot of money. That's good money. With those numbers in mind, now how important is that entry? Is it important to get it for 146.44? I can't believe I actually know people that do that. Drives me batty. I just want to pluck my eyeballs out sometimes. We've got a terrific trending chart. Everything is pointing to the upside right now. Nothing is pointing to the downside. A very nice little shallow pullback, giving us that J-hook continuation. A hammer, a bullish engulf. Get involved. Make some money. Hey, Stalker, what's going on? ETM. No, Rick. Go plug their eyeballs out. ETM. Let me move this back up so it shapes that chart a little better. ETM is another one of these rounded bottom breakout strategies, and we're just going sideways. Anything above 1050, I would look at very bullish. So what does that mean to us? Well, our target is always in the direction of the 200. So let's just assume it actually gets there. What are we looking at? 18%. That's a long way to go. So it might not get there. Do you think it can get to this dotted line? Boy, I'd do that for sure. And that is also a high over here back in June. So there's a 5% trade. I see another swing right here at 13%. So there's 5 plus 13% that I think is right on. Two more here. WFI. What I like about WFI is the fact that it's, whoa, market. Doggone it. All right, well, let's cut it off right there. Nice little flag right in here. So, all right, good morning, everyone. Let's get this market going and make some money.